Okay, so we did the three yin meridians of the leg: spleen, liver, and kidney, and as they course up. And again, remember, these are yin meridians, and the yin meridians of the leg start on the foot and on the torso. Okay. Now, there's yang lines in the leg too. There's three yang lines as there's three yin lines. And the yang lines of the leg are stomach, gallbladder, and bladder. And the yang lines of the leg start on the face and end on the foot. Gallbladder starts here, bladder starts here, stomach starts here. So they start on the face and on the foot.
Wait, who's right here?
Stomach?
It's bladder.
This is
Oh,
bladder,
right here. Bladder.
stomach, gallbladder. Okay, now in working the yang meridians of the leg here, here's a couple of bony landmarks to pay attention to. The stomach meridian comes through the leg just below the ASIS, and it runs in a line just immediately lateral of the patella, and then it comes just immediately lateral of the tibial ridge. And the source point is right in the middle of the ankle and right out the second toe. So in following how we've been addressing the lines with general and then, more specific work, I would suggest when you do this, you could start with some compression. So you can compress just below the ASIS, and you notice I'm rolling the leg in because that brings the musculature and the meridian up to the surface a little bit more. The pressure's okay? And then when you get below the knee, you're compressing in a muscle aspect right in the tibialis anterior. Okay, it's the muscle just immediately lateral of the tibial ridge is the tibialis anterior. That's too much?
That's good. That's good.
You can say too much. It's too much.
No, that's good.
And if you, as you're compressing, to stretch this part, you can depress the foot towards the mat, and that'll stretch the tibialis anterior. So then when you go back to thumb it, it's simply following that same line. So you're just thumbing from a line just below the ASIS to just lateral of the patella. And then as you get below the knee, you'll feel the tibial ridge, and you want to sink just immediately lateral of the tibial ridge. That's right in that septum there. That's where that portion of the stomach meridian is. It also helps free up the tibialis anterior because there's a lot of fascial binding of the muscle onto the tibia. And as you're going down, to get the source point, you can just place your thumb right in the middle of the ankle and bring the foot back, and that'll send your thumb right into the, can you get that facial expression? Right into the source point, and then right out the second toe. Okay, so stomach meridian, just below the ASIS, a portion of it, down, because it's a yang meridian, just lateral of the knee. It continues its yang descent just immediately lateral of the tibial ridge and right through the middle of the ankle, onto the dorsal surface of the foot, and right out the second toe. That's stomach. And we've done gallbladder already, right? You can do gallbladder like we've done it before, in this fashion. Even in this way, you can compress. See, I'm supporting here as I'm compressing. I'm supporting here. And you can do the source point that way. You can also do gallbladder this way if you want. This lower portion, anyway. It's an interesting way of doing it. So the gallbladder meridian comes through the gluteal. It starts on the side of the head, but you want to get, when you're doing gallbladder, you want to start in the hip, come down. You could bring the leg across, and look at this nice round contour of my knee. And he goes right here, and you can just lower it right down and it goes right into the gluteals and the piriformis just by using their body weight. Is that pressure okay? And then you want to work the rest of the gallbladder simply by letting their body weight come at you. So again, this round contour, just place it right in the iliotibial band and just bring it back. So that's enough pressure, right? Mm-hmm. Easy. Just a little pressure here. So that's another way of working it, that portion. And then you can do the last part of it using your thumb. And that's the one that comes in front of the malleolus for the source point, and then right out the dorsal surface of the foot, right out the fourth toe. So that's gallbladder. So either in side line or in this way. Bladder meridian, we address it with compression this way, yes, behind here. So if you want to do it in supine, I mean, you could thumb it this way. I mean, that's a way of doing it. You can wait until the person is in prone position and do it that way. I use my knee for this last portion. Pressure's okay. Or else you could do the bladder meridian in side line, right? When you do gallbladder, you could easily do bladder. Right? So now I'm going right in between the gastroc and right out the side of the foot. So in this exchange, what I'd like you to focus on is general loosening of the legs, and then thumbing the yin meridians of the leg, and then the three yang meridians of the leg. Okay, and see where you're at with that. And I'll go around and help you for sure. Okay, thank you.